All right, guys, when we come back, we're going to be dealing with friends of friends. Is it okay for your ex to date your best friend? Check it out on Power 108.9 Relationship Status Live.
You dig. Got her thighs out. Well, it's a beautiful thing today.
All right.
I think I caught Paris in the elevator with her significant other today.
I was not.
Oh,
Did you take a picture?
what was you doing?
No, I didn't.
Can we see?
I didn't. I didn't take one.
Or is this kind of like how
What
Cardi
at?
and them did with Culture? Like nobody get to see for their first year and a half,
What
maybe
at?
2 years.
Yes,
I caught her off guard.
That's
I
real.
caught her off guard. She was like, hey.
That's real.
Where they at?
they were not here at all.
Hey, bro.
Mike was trolling.
She said I'm trolling.
Live and everything.
She said I'm
It
trolling.
was like, where'd he go?
What? What?
I want. So
What happened?
Sorry about that, y'all.
What happened?
that's your post.
What?
That's your post.
That
What
was
is
funny.
it?
That's how we got to this point.
All right, you ready, Chanel?
Bring us back. Go ahead.
No, hold on. Give us a second. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Oh, we only got 40.
I know. All right, guys. Chanel Scott with Relationship Status Live.
Your boy Jay Powell checking back in.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off. Friend of a friend. So we decided to do this topic because we ran across a post. I believe it was Tyrese who posted it. And the scenario was, I'm just gonna read it so you guys can kind of get some context. I was still dating my ex when his best friend sent me a DM and asked, "How's my best friend treating you though?" And I responded, "He hasn't texted me today." He said, I can do better. And he meant it because today we are celebrating our 3rd anniversary. I guess what I'm trying to say is that your soulmate may be your boyfriend's best friend, his brother or his dad. So let me just go ahead and give a disclaimer before we get into this topic. I do not agree with my best friend dating my dude, period. I could go ahead and end the show on that note, but we're going to talk about it. Oh, Josh, what you think?
So the reason I thought this was an interesting topic was to go a little bit deeper, and based on the fact that you have behavior like this from people who are close to you or family members or whomever, like this type of stuff will make people look at their circle a lot different and being much more cognizant of, the company you keep and the people you deciding to share your stories with. And that's why it's important that people do the work and have an understanding of anybody that's going to be in their life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with you on this. It's obviously something that you're absolutely right. That's a no-no, and could end the show on it. But at the same time, it's a lot of people out there that's moving like that. So, for me, I felt that it was time to bring the discussion up, man, because the bigger part of it is definitely making sure you pay attention and choose wisely, man, because that's some real sucker shit. Like I don't really like that right there.
So
Boundaries. There's certain lines you just don't cross.
absolutely. Paris. Well,
You gotta let
You good?
let P go further.
Go Bears.
Yeah, okay. On the surface, this is really trifling. This is very trifling. But I don't know. Like, I've never personally had anything like this happen to me. Now, I do know when I've had friend groups who may be messing with a dude and it's on the low, but maybe they're just like sleeping around. And then like later, maybe some months later, the next year go by, and then one of their homegirls were like, "Hey, what's up with so-and-so?" And then it's like, girl, I don't care. Like, they was just a slide. Like, it's whatever. Like, they genuinely don't care because they had no interest in the guy or whoever it may have been. So it works out. But there's still a mutual respect between the friends first before I'm gonna just go like shoot my shot with dude, or before I'm even about to entertain whatever he got to offer.
Well,
So.
I mean, it depends. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a situation where like this person belongs to the city, then obviously, it's fair game.
Belongs to the city.
Yeah, it's just
A
the same. I'm not,
slide.
yeah, she said a slide. I'm gonna use that phrase. We're gonna keep it pushing, but if it's one of them things, man. But I'm talking about like if somebody like for real been talking to this person and pouring into this person, they was dating or doing something extra, man. Like that's no bueno.
So I was having a conversation with a colleague of mine yesterday, and it's so funny because he knew nothing about this topic. And he was like, I want to talk to you about something. And I was like, what's up? And he was like, recently he just got a divorce and he moved in with a family friend, like someone that he's known since he was a child, like, oh, that's so and so. And he was like, a friend of his said, dude, I think she low key gonna try to pounce on you. He was like, nah, like we grew up together, she just gonna provide me a place to stay. And he said, ever since he's been staying there, like she'll come and say, what you think about this outfit? Be like a half shirt, like just throwing energy. And he was like, I don't know how to really handle this. I said, is she attractive? He was like, well, if she wasn't who she was, she bad. And she good with my son. Like my son, like so he's entertaining the thought. So he said, and the thing about it is my ex-wife had no issues.
Thought too, by the way. She wasn't saying thought for anybody. We just gotta clear that up real quick.
No, I got that country.
No, but I did.
Accent.
We just need to
You
clear
help
that
me
up,
out.
though. Yeah.
Thought. He was like, his ex-wife didn't have an issue with him staying there because that's so and so. But now, since he's there, like she's showing him a side that she's never showed before. So he's like struggling, like, what do I do? And he's on this thing that he got married when he was 18. So he's 32. So he had only been with his wife. And now he's experiencing like this whole new, like,
Wait, so does the friend have like a dude? She's single?
She's single.
So then what's the problem?
Because she's a family friend. She's like his sister, or was, because he's looking at her like something else now.
I mean, shush.
Are you serious?
I feel like one of them should obviously give him energy.
Yeah, but that's not in relation to that's in relation to the ex-wife.
Yeah, like she was a friend of the both.
That's what I'm
of
saying.
them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, like she's been known just like
Yeah,
that.
well,
They're
first,
exes now, and
that's what we're talking about. So is it okay?
I feel like in that situation, them getting together when they were 18, and now you're like almost double that age.
Well, no, they just got a divorce a couple of months ago.
Oh,
he's been married all this time
since 18.
Since 18, and he's 32, and now he's single, and now he's experiencing.
So that's
like,
my thing. So that's my thing. Both of them, it seems like he's definitely had time to mature, and whoever the friend of the family is who he's staying with, same thing. It's like y'all are in a completely different space from when he first got married to his ex-wife, and now they're not together. So I know that it's awkward, but at the same time, it's like, why block what could potentially be a blessing if y'all try it out?
We just
7
say
billion
that,
people. Let me put out a fact, right?
What?
I don't know the exact number, but I think it's like almost 8 billion people in this world.
Right.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Go ahead.
Right. So it's like she's like a family friend, best friend, my sister.
She was still cool with the wife.
So
She
that's
was still cool with the
wife.
Yeah.
She's cool with the wife. So because the wife wasn't like didn't even have an issue, like because that's like our family friend.
Wait, but who was friends with her first? Was
the guy he grew up with
so
her.
Then that's
but
he owns that friendship.
No, but the thing about it is that she has engaged both the wife and him.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put it out there. Like, it's hard enough watching your guy date someone else who you don't know. So just think about the level of emotions.
And I'm sure somebody was talking to her about something.
What you mean?
Over time. If they friends and cool like that, either she came to her or he came to her during their relationship, if they're cool like that.
Right.
So that's another part of it.
See, they always, I think, see, this is the thing. If I was an ex-wife and something transpired between the two of them, I would be thinking she was checking for him the entire time.
That's why
Probably.
You can't cross
But
that.
is it like, okay, so if that is the case, are you saying that, and just hypothetically, are you saying that it's to block your happiness from sparing your ex's feelings.
That's what we talked about. That's what we're trying to talk.
But how can we say that? Because you got to think
But
too.
I'm saying it's just a question. Like, are we posing that?
I got a response. So this is what I'm gonna follow up with, right? Because a lot of times people gonna go with the closest thing, or sometimes whatever's just there. He don't necessarily know that he's living with her. So if he wasn't living with her, then what? Would it be the same? Like that's the other part of it that I wanted to go back and address, because sometimes when you put people in the room or the same environment, whether intentional or unintentionally, things can happen. Like one thing can lead to the next just because you're constantly around a person
like a
that.
false chemistry.
It could be that. You know what I'm saying? And then if he moved in right after they got separated or divorced,
and then the lack of sex is what he said. So he hot.
If you know what I'm saying, and not only that, like you said, like it's so many factors that we can throw up in the air and say, what if? Like, was she checking for him the whole time? Was he checking for her the whole time? Was something that was said during the relationship that she has in the back of her mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it girl talking? Then she kind of went too far and said something she shouldn't have said. It could be anything. That's too close to home. Like
too close to home.
Yeah, and they were both cool. And it's like people always say, well, you know, if the person's happy and not, like, first of all, they ain't even had time. He ain't even had time, and we spoke about this. I don't remember which episode, but if you ain't giving yourself enough time to heal and to move past, you know, whatever's happened in your past, there's no way you could be ready to just jump ship into something else. You know what I'm saying? Or entertain something.
True, because you risk like ruining that friendship too, honestly.
But this dude is so, like, if you had the conversation, like, he is experiencing something that he has not experienced before. And that's the freedom of being a single man in Atlanta, you know, decent job, make good money.
That don't make it right.
And he, like, and women are coming at him, and he's like, oh my God, like, I never had it.
He got to go see Jesus then. He got to calm that down.
Right. So how you calm it down, Josh?
Man, listen, man. Oh,
how you do it?
Instagram earlier today.
How you do it?
I'm just saying, like,
I almost told him to come on the show.
You should have, but you got to do the work before you start doing all that. Like, I'm not gonna hate on anybody. If you want to have fun, do your thing, that's cool. But just understand that the decisions that you're making, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, what that is, because that ain't just a random.
Right.
That's a family friend. Somebody who was close with you and your ex, who you say, oh, well, this person take care, you know, look at the kid. Like, that's wild.
Right.
Playing with fire. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't even do that. Like, if you're gonna do that, so many others out here that you can
do that
get yours off with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you gonna do that,
right,
like that's playing too much.
That is.
Oh, on that note, somebody literally just posted today. A man who isn't a slave to his sexual urges is a focused man. A focused man is a dangerous man.
Big facts. We all about 2019, man. Get on your king shit.
Exactly.
And it's no disrespect to him or anybody
I
else.
agree.
Like, it's no judgment. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like if you feel the need to want to fuck off or do you, then do your thing. But it's like, still understand that there's certain rules and boundaries to anything that we do. Like, I wouldn't necessarily take that route if I just need to get one off. That's all I'm saying.
Right. All right, guys. Well, we're going to continue talking about friend of a friend. We're on Relationship Status Live, Power 108.9. When we come back,
we're
going to talk about friend of a friend. Look, y'all, it's been a little bit. It's been like, what, a month and a half?
No excuses. You miss church. If you miss church, you gonna look. My cousin just said 7,346,630.
Oh my God!
As of 2019.
So I gotta spin when we come back. On this topic for y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh, remember this one?
When we come back.
They like that. You said false chemistry. They like that. Because it's a lot of that, man.
When we come back, you say it.
Sponsored by who? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wait, am I saying this before or after you said that? Do we need a pen? You just want me to
Just
read
say brought to you by this, right?
Okay.
And then keep running this.
You got
Where's
that,
the-
Paris?
I got
Am I saying that after you say welcome back?
Yes.
I think, yo, Josh, you doing it.
Girl sometime, man.
You doing it. You doing it.
Just that you just need this one sentence, right? Are we adding in this? The number and all that? So just this last part. Just that last part.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Omar Bonig and Associates. Omar Bonig and Associates. People first off, committed to exceptional legal representation of outstanding results. Your attorneys treat each client's
Big
case
dang, what it do,
as
baby?
if it's their own.
It's Raz, T-shirt started with Henny. Yeah, Knox. Commercials and stuff, brother. We getting out there tonight. Get your Ramona DeBro on. What's up?
Woo! I bet someone is on one of these words.
We're gonna teach y'all some radio today. We're gonna teach y'all some radio today.
You're supposed to be have
I can't wait.
Ben done what? Ben done what?
that. Oh yeah, what are we talking
Trying to do all these disclaimers.
Yeah. We're doing some radio. Take y'all time. Y'all take y'all time. I got y'all. That's what we here for. Are you ready? You ready?
You can't be friends with your ex's new person. What? Be cordial with them.
Are you just trying to record with me?
Yeah, like
Ain't no wrong with being cool with your favorite. Whatever you choose to do. You don't have to.
yeah, but
We ain't talking about that though. You know what we talking about. That's why you giggling though. You got some other shit going on over
I
there.
don't. I've never done
Oh,
it
okay.
before. I wish.
Hey Josh, it's a 4-point game. Toronto is up 26-22.
Why is Toronto? First of all, why is Toronto in the NBA? Can somebody tell me that?
Why
Who they
Toronto
paid?
in the
Because who
NBA?
moved? What
Yes.
team was that moved to Toronto, Josh?
Still, you
Who
should've
moved to
moved.
Toronto?
It was
Charlotte? No.
Who was that moved? It used to be the Memphis team. Used to be in
Are they? They're the
Used
ones
to
that
be
went
in-
to Toronto. Because that's
Either way.
It used to be. I thought it was two teams.
okay. I don't know. You played in the league, not me. I thought you
thought it
would
was
know
two teams.
the history of the NBA.
I know a little bit.
Thing on pause. Is that reason?
You ready?
We ready. It don't matter. You pause or not. You ready.
All right, let's go.
Hey y'all, we back on Relationship Status Live. Don't forget to follow us on social media. You can follow me at Chanel Nicole Scott. And where can they follow you?
You can follow me at Josh21 Powell.
And you can follow the show at Relationship Status Live.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Palmer Bonig and Associates. Palmer Bonig and Associates is a compassionate, people-first law firm committed to exceptional legal representation and outstanding results. The attorneys treat each client's case as if it's their own. Call 706-549-6880 or visit palmerbonig.com to schedule a consultation. Serving Atlanta and North Georgia and beyond.
Go, girl. Word. Yeah. So, guys, I have a spin on it. So, what, you know how you have friends that you don't see for like years, but y'all tight, you know, like y'all pick up, like y'all never miss that time. And say, like, an ex connected with one of those type people. Like, and they started dating and everything, right? And then they found out, like, you know, so and so, y'all actually kind of tight. Because I got friends that I've known for like 20 years. We don't talk every day, but we tight. You know, we'll pick up, I talk to them like we never missed any time. How do you feel about that?
Key word is them your partners, right?
Yeah, like they're your friends, but you just hadn't talked to them in a while.
Shoulder shrug.
So should they break up?
That's your partner them.
So do you break up though?
Listen, they can do what they do. You just got to know how to move with them.
So say like if you were dating someone that was friends with your partner from years ago, and then it come up after you guys have started seeing each other, are you going to stop seeing that person?
Listen, man, I know I've only had really one situation that I could speak of as similar to that, and that was more of a you know, dealing with somebody in like elementary, middle school. So I don't, you know what I mean?
So that don't count.
I mean, it is what it is with that. But what I'm saying is, man, like if you a little bit older, you know what I mean, and so them your folks and all that, man, yeah, that's a lot different. Us as adults, we should know a little bit better.
Or like maybe somebody in the industry, like say like. You know how we have industry friends. I'm just using this as an example. And say like someone that you're dated someone that, you know, it may be an acquaintance, not even like, but just someone you know when you cool with, when you see him, you cool with them. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, that situation come up that they know each other. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think on something like that, you know what I'm saying, depending on what it is, you let it slide. Because, I mean, it's things that happen. You know what I'm saying? Things that happen. What I'm saying to you is, right, you my partner.
Yeah.
You've been to my crib. My kids know you. Some shit like that. Mm-hmm. We ain't got nothing to talk about. It's just certain things like I just wouldn't even feel comfortable with. And then there's another thing too. Like if I done been on the same team with you, if I done like any type of something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with Mike, you feel me? Mm-hmm. I don't know him like that, but if I see his old lady and they split up, that ain't even a thought because that's just out of respect. And I don't know him like that.
Right.
Me and him cool, but I'm just saying that's another example. Like I don't know, like
right.
I've been in his presence.
Right.
You feel me? Like I met her in his presence. Right. I met son in their presence. Like I'm not doing that.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. Like we can whatever we want to put on that. Mm-hmm. I just feel like that's some sucker shit. That's just my opinion on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like us as people, man, it should just be a respect thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And sometimes in some of these situations, like I think you said it. It's like, well, what the fuck y'all had going on? You know what I mean? Like, especially if think about this shit too. You get out of a situation and somebody close to you get in the situation that you was just in. You feel me? Like y'all ain't skip. It ain't go one person, two people, three people, like some time, and then y'all end up circling back around. It literally was like this shit that we read right here. But people are moving like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying to you. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that certain things don't happen, that people don't fall out. Like, you know, somebody was cool with somebody, now you ain't cool with them, and this, that, and the other. Like,
but what if you got real feelings for them?
it's listen, it's off limits.
Okay.
That's why I don't even like getting into none of that.
Me
You feel me?
either.
When I get around, like when I was around his wife, right? Other than me, out of respect, giving her eye contact on the handshake or the church hug, boy.
Mhm.
Like after that, I'm not catching no eye contact with her. I'm not doing none of that. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a total respect thing. And I wouldn't want her to be looking at me like that. You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's her man right there. That's what that should be. And I be seeing all the time when I be with people, they girls be loose iron and doing all that stuff. That's how shit gets started.
Loose iron.
Yeah, it's a respect thing. You know what I'm talking about, bro. It be a
Loose
lot of
iron.
that going on, like that mother, like you turn your back, shawty be goddamn looking, and you turn, and that motherfucker be like this, like they don't see nothing going on. You be like, bro, you being real awkward right now. What you doing? I see what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I see it so much. And it be so many people that just cross these lines, man. Like, no, I'm not rolling. Go ahead.
So what if like you're far off in the future, say you're married, you're happy, yada yada yada, and someone who you dated maybe like a couple decades ago, whatever it may be, say you have a friend who didn't know you until after you and your ex broke up, and then maybe they end up getting together. Like, are you actually going to care?
You said that I had a friend.
Right.
Yeah, like
So
say
explain it. So what you mean?
Yeah.
so like for example, for me, like if I had a friend like right now, like speaking of like my first love when I was like 18 years old,
Mhm.
like that situation was so terrible and so bad. Like honestly, if I were to like any of my friends that I've met after that situation didn't even know me and her was together or anything like that, and if they started like dating because they didn't actually know that we ever had anything going, I legitimately wouldn't care because I'm in such a good, happy place. Like y'all be happy if y'all are good. That's totally fine with me because I genuinely do not care for her anymore. You know what I mean?
I feel you, but I'm gonna draw my line in the sand because, like I said, for me, I just feel like it's too many people out here to be playing it close on some like serious type of stuff.
But what if they didn't know? What if they never knew that y'all ever dated, and then you maybe find out like 9 months into their relationship that they started dating, like, oh, like that's actually like my ex. Like,
See, I wouldn't even do that. I ain't even gonna go there with that. I'm gonna let them live and let them have that.
so that, but
I'm
would
gonna
you
stay out the
put
way.
blame on either one of them if you know they
I'm
didn't know?
not gonna put blame. I just know how to move when it comes to stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. And to be honest, like I feel like that's some sucker shit too. Like when somebody be like, oh, like and then broadcast it. So then it's like, well, what you on? You still got feelings or something? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like
I see what you mean.
you feel what I'm saying? Like and it's
Broadcast it like
no
how?
disrespect. No, I'm just saying like in a situation like that, it's no disrespect. You feel me? But I'm not going. If I see a dude talking to somebody that I really was with,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's you, bro. That's all you. I ain't finna sit up there and be like, bro, you know, that's my ex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't
Right,
doing that. You see
right.
what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going there with that. Like, the
Right.
only people for me right now, like, I got kids by you, then come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, whatever they do, do your thing. But I just feel like people be out here moving so sneaky, man. Like, I just wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then if that happens, I'm gonna stay out the way. I'm not gonna broadcast nothing. I'm gonna wish them well, but I'm gonna just keep it moving.
Josh, you got a question that came in that said, does it depend on, are you saying it's the level of the friendship that you and that person have?
I think it is the level because I roll differently. I don't use friendship as loosely as other people. The people that I really rock with, I consider them family, right? Everybody else is just associates. Like we cool. Like I'm cool with you. Hey, bro, how you doing and all that. I if I consider you like family, like a true friend, like a brother, something like that, I'm not touching that. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not going there. And even if it's somebody that's an associate, we still got to talk about that because I'm still not going to do certain things like that just out of respect, even though I'm fool with you like that.
Mhm.
I just know me and how I was raised and just my views. Like I'm not going there with that because people start, they getting their feelings about stuff like that. And last I checked, and I'm sure you all can attest to this, people dying over pussy. They dying
Chanel.
over that, and they dying over that thing.
I
You feel
agree.
me?
Somebody asked you the same question, Chanel.
What?
Does the level of friendship determine who you talk to in the relationship?
Does the level of a friendship determines who I talk to, meaning the friendship with someone else. It's just one rule. I don't want. First of all, I don't want to know anyone that I don't.
She can't even get this shit out. Goodness gracious.
I'm just saying, I'm thinking about the level of emotion
so
that I know
traumatic.
you go through. Just if it's someone that you really care about and they move forward with someone that you don't know. So I can't even imagine watching them go forward with someone that I do know. We would have a major problem.
Then it's like too before P go, right? If it work out, does the person be tight? Like, damn, why Shawty couldn't do that with me? You feel me? And then if it don't work out, does that other person be like, bro, why you ain't tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, that's all you. I'm out. Go ahead, P. I'm sorry. I just said it.
See, but that's on my point is just like, I don't know. Like if I get to a place where I'm happy, like say if I'm with somebody and I genuinely don't have any concern for anyone in my past anymore, and one of my maybe one of my associates or whoever get with one of my exes, do you? Maybe it might work out. Maybe y'all have some type of chemistry.
So y'all
Maybe
can still be friends?
it's not. I don't think that we're gonna be as close anymore, to be honest. Just because it's there is a certain level of awkwardness. You can come over to the crib for a cookout if I'm inviting everybody over, but I don't know.
You just so nice.
I mean, but for me, it's just if I genuinely don't have an interest, why am I bent for?
Can you call me, please? My hand is up.
Go, Josh.
Okay. At the end of the day, you can still be in that great space, but then there's still certain rules and boundaries that just are just unspoken.
No, you better not be my best friend and then go after my ex after you've seen us go through some shit.
No, I'm saying, but even in the circle though, it all is different. But what I'm saying to you is to go to your, because you're right. If you're in this happy space, you just want to see people be cool, and I'm the same way. I'm still gonna be in my happy space, but my morals, my principles, and my values just won't allow me to just turn the other cheek when I see something lame going on over here. Like, bruh, I know I just wouldn't touch that or touch certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't condone certain things, and I've seen so many things. I've been a part of so many things. Like I just don't think some of that is cool. Sometimes you just got to turn the other cheek and keep it pushing. Because then too, and to go to your point, boss lady, if it's somebody that you really rock with like that, how do you lose touch with them? You see what I'm saying? Like if I really
to a different city.
Yeah, but we got technology. I'm on here with people that I don't even know right now, just at a push of a button. So regardless, if I really, really, really fool with you and we really close friends like that, we should at least speak once a week. You obviously gonna text or do something.
I don't speak to some of my closest friends like my
once
sister.
a week.
I talk to her
people that I'm super close with, absolutely.
Once every 6 months because she married, she got her daughter. So, but when we see each other, she lives in Charlotte. When we see each other, it's like we never lost that time. She's my sorority sister, my sister. I love her, but I do not talk to her, not even every month. But when I talk to her, it's like we never miss time.
I feel that.
All right, guys. Well, when we come back, we're going to continue talking about friends of friends. This is Relationship Status Live on Power 108.9. Oh, that's a sticky topic. I had a situation happen to me when I was in college.
Somebody that you really fool with.
Yeah, like somebody I lived with.
Mike, let me ask you.
No.
Hell no. That's what I'm saying. When you talk about friends,
she was
like this, that, and the other, I couldn't imagine
my daughter was my
best friend, right?
No.
Listen, I'll put it this way.
No.
Whoever showed up for you,
I don't even know. That's too dramatic. That's triggering.
No,
how do you go that amount of time and not, what's up? How you doing? Like, let's go grab a beer, something.
We don't know what's going on.
There's no way possible, man. You can't tell me that.
Now it's different. Like, say you and one of your girlfriends live in different states, and now I get to your point. It's like there's no way you could not know if your friend was in a relationship.
Especially
with
in a different state, though.
But if they're just say they just dated for a period of time, and y'all didn't talk during that whole period of time, that is definitely possible. Because
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when she was saying that
she has really good friends that they can go 6 months without.
Yeah,
We do.
same.
Man,
Same. I have,
I
When I see
some
her,
of
it's
my
like
best
I
friends,
never
I'm
yeah.
told.
saw
I'm
her.
told.
Same.
Just because you
I don't know
But
if it
this
would be
my
a
thing,
whole
though.
6 months, but definitely
just
some months
because
go
you
by.
can kick it with somebody like that and it be cool, that doesn't necessarily mean that y'all are really like that though. Because let me tell you this: if you think about if some shit hit the fan with you, are you picking up the phone and you hitting these people? You see what I'm saying? I look at shit like that. I look at if I'm moving, who am I gonna call? If I have a crisis and I need but what I'm saying is people can still be there for you. Even they don't have to necessarily be in the same city, same state. Like when I was out the country working, right? If somebody was to go through my phone and see who I'm talking to, one of the people they gonna see is Jamie Knox. You feel me? Like me and him we gonna constantly catch up, bro. Are you good? Are you okay? Is your family good? Even if we 2 days, whatever. But it's like we still at a point where we just checking in, seeing how each other doing every now and then. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not-
Every
no,
now
but
and
Everyone's
then.
relationship is different
Yeah,
too.
because,
Like,
like,
somebody
with
when you just
her,
have that understanding.
Like if I had like when my nephew graduated high school, I text her the pictures. Now we talk. I'm serious, like 2 or 3 times in a year lately. But when major thing or like when to ministry, I sent her the flyer. I sent her what I'm doing. She'll comment. She sent me pictures of her family, her daughter. But we don't talk all the time. But I'm different too. So
I
There's a
feel
lot
you,
of
but it
people
ain't
that's like
that.
that though.
I
Like you
know.
can really
I'm-
you can have a really tight enough bond to where you understand that there's no amount of time and distance that can like really wane that.
I think.
But what I'm
needs-
saying is it
'cause,
just
like,
ain't
my
that
brother-
person.
My brother, we tight.
But you don't have
I talk to
nobody. You don't
I
have
talk to my
nobody in your
brother.
family that you don't really talk to like that often.
My brother.
Not family, but friends. Just period.
My girlfriend Tia. My girlfriend Tia. But
That you
we
talk to often.
No, I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. Who is somebody like that you talk to often? Because
You don't talk to
I just
people
said
often.
nobody. I have people who I have searched, like my best friend. I got 3 best friends that live in Charlotte. Tawana said we'll go. We might talk every day for like 3 months and then fall off for the next 6 months, then pick up again.
Chanel, that's not normal.
That is that's
That
only
is
not normal for you. bro.
No, it ain't for me. It ain't for me.
I'm literally just telling you it's
Listen,
only
man,
not
it
normal
ain't
through
for
your
me.
perspective.
I'm
Only
sticking
person
strong
that
to
I
my
talk on a
perspective. I'm just
only
saying that ain't
person
normal.
That I talk to on a consistent basis, meaning every day or every other day, the only person is my mama. Because she ain't gonna not call. That's it. Even, but you know what? My dad is like that. My dad, we are tight, but I don't talk to I talk to my dad probably when last time I talked to your dad, like a month, because he the type of person. If something wrong, I know you're gonna call me. If you don't call me, I know you're all right. And
There are
he like
people
that. I
in
think
this-
I got that from him.
There are
because-
people in this world that can only take people in doses.
Well, maybe.
I'll let that sink. And it don't matter what side of the fence it is. There are literally
that's
some
not
people in the
necessarily
world.
bad.
Well, no, because like for instance, my girlfriend Tawanta, you met her. Her daughter is my goddaughter. We talk every day, but when I started planning ministry and we had relationship status, the communication waned because I was so busy.
You're
trying
so
to
busy,
work
and you
and then
understand
do all of
that.
this stuff, and then I just don't want to talk on the phone when I get home.
Yeah.
Like if you don't catch me in my car on the way home, then when I get home, you probably not gonna get me.
No,
And then there's just certain people who you just gotta talk to. You say a couple of words to, and you keep moving. You know,
that's the same. Some of my close
Listen,
girlfriends,
man.
like when
I was
we get
thinking
busy,
today, I don't have like I got.
I get busy. I understand it. I got 4 kids. I got
I'm just-
whatever I got going on. But this is the other part that I do know too. Tomorrow ain't promised. So while we sitting out here talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, things just happen like this. I get like, we got to all do a better job of really checking up on people, seeing how they're doing, making sure they're okay, whatever the case may be, because you never know, man. People are healthy 1 minute and they sick the next. People got whatever going on, then a car accident happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much shit going on. How do you not, like, when you say you love and really care about somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see how you do.
I don't know.
Something Chanel.
Huh?
Hold on, I'm turn the
Most
mic
people
up.
call
bad.
Skirt.
There you go.
I'm off punishment now
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
my good
Hey,
people.
Alana Banks.
Sheesh.
How'd she see me? She saw me that quick.
Mhm. Wasn't private. Thank you.
All right, fam.
Damn.
She's too.
Um,
What?
Put it to your mouth and don't let it leave your mouth.
We're gonna make this the second best show.
That was
Damn.
so crazy.
Damn.
So
Let me
fucked up.
let me drop
I'm
the,
gonna, yeah.
the dump,
I'm-
the
can
dump
we rewind?
button.
Yeah.
No, there's no dump button.
Like, hold up.
That shit is forever. That shit is forever.
Can y'all get y'all mind out together?
Nah, man.
You
As soon as
started
it.
said
Bro,
that
he
shit,
talking
you
about
know
damn.
it.
He talking about damn. No, I ain't like, bro. Come on, dog.
Hey,
Woo.
My heart wasn't on that. I'm just
Josh
trying to get.
Powell, boy, I love you, boy. You know that. It's my fault. It's my fault right there. All right, you're gonna open it up the same way you did last time. You got it. Go, girl. Hold
Welcome back to Relationship Status.
We're not back.
No, this all
Not
you.
tell me.
I already missed the one time.
Oh, I love y'all.
That's because you came in with that bullshit ass commercial voice. Boy, I had to turn away. You did that though. As soon as she started, I was like,
I
man,
had to get
look.
my enunciation right because I didn't want to mess up their name.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, come on. I'm gonna hit
Yeah, I
you
need
in.
you to do that. Josh called my dress Easter dress.
It's cute though.
I was trying to be cute.
Josh a hater because he got his shins out while he's.
All right, welcome back to Relationship Status Live. Hey guys, don't forget to follow us on social media. You can check me out at Chanel Nicole Scott,
And you can check me out at Josh21Pile on Instagram.
and you can follow Relationship Status Live on all social media platforms.
Brought to you by Palmer and Bonig and Associates. Palmer, Bonig and Associates is a compassionate, people-first law firm committed to exceptional legal representation and outstanding results. The attorneys treat each client's case as if it was their own. Call 706-549-6880 or visit palmerbonig.com to schedule a consultation serving Atlanta and North Georgia and beyond.
Palmer Bonig and Associates. All right, guys. So we gonna finish up this friend of a friend. Is it okay to date your ex's best friend? So I want to start off with a story. I said I wasn't gonna share this, but I gotta share it. Some of my sorority sisters who tune in, they know what I'm talking about. So when I was in college, I had a friend of mine. She was like my best friend. Her daughter's my goddaughter. We lived together. And I had met a guy. We met him together, but I met him and, you know, he showed some interest. And, you know, he was just talking on the phone. Not a whole lot transpired, but we were getting to know each other. He would come over to the house and he would, you know, hang out with all of us, but I thought he was interested in me. So one night, someone called the house and I answered the phone. And no, we both
The fact
answered
that
the phone.
she said a house phone.
Yeah, it was a house phone. What it was a phone. So she answered the phone and I picked it up and it was him. It was him. Like what happened was, I'm trying to recant the story. What happened was somebody else on the phone. I answered the phone and they asked to speak to her and it was someone else. And when she got on the phone, I don't know, I think I might have sensed something was wrong. So I stayed and I listened and it was dude. It was him calling her. So they was kicking it behind my back, but he was still coming to see me, which I couldn't understand. And then I found out that
Was she your partner?
she was my friend. We lived together. Then we had a friend come over, like we thought it was a friend of his. He came over and dropped like a hotel key off to her, but he made it seem like, you know, he was just coming to hang, but he was really coming to give her some by him. But dude was still like coming to our house to see me.
Oh,
So
no.
was you still friends with her afterwards?
No, I wanted to fight her afterwards. Like she called at the time. She's my sorority sister, but at the time, like she was the sorority sister. She had to call her because I was hot. Like I was going for blood.
Are y'all cool now?
No. But that's her way. Like you know what, y'all, we actually became, we worked through that. It took a while and we continued to be friends and she did it again.
God bless you.
This was just,
She showed you her hand.
she did. Like we would go and I would introduce her to people and then they'll call, like she'll call them on the slide. But this guy told me, he was like, Chanel, like your girl called me. This one,
so
That's what he
it's
said.
her.
He said at
no,
the beginning.
this was another guy. This wasn't the same dude.
At least he had decorum.
Yeah, this dude, he was like, yeah, you know.
what?
I don't think I've heard that one before. What'd you say? Hey man, that shit was so playing.
Y'all crazy.
I don't know.
But
Decorum. That's
it happened like I was eating.
Hey Jay, I'm gonna add that to my vocabulary. Can we get a spelling on it?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, behavior in keeping with good taste
and
and
propriety. Okay. I thought you meant like decor.
give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Hey,
Give me your hand.
Josh, I found it. It's a furniture store in Toronto. That's what I thought it was. Decorum, yeah.
Y'all,
But at least he gave you the scoop.
yeah, that's the next dude. Cause he was in the fraternity. I was in the sorority and I brought her around. But he called and was like, your girl called me. This was another person. But the first one, that played out real crazy. But she just had issues.
Let me just go back and say,
Yeah.
I know that we're all part of teams, associations, frats, book clubs, whatever you want to call it. But like we have to do a job of picking our poison. And when it comes to your crew, to the people that you invest
That's
in,
why I had no friends.
even but see, that's why we got to do a better job at
My friends in Charlotte, North Carolina, we went to college together. I
that
don't
you
have no
talk to
friends in
every 6
Atlanta.
months.
I talk
That's
to every 6
why
months.
we got to do a better job, honestly.
The
But I
only
talk
friends I
to-
got here is girls I talk to. All
I
my
really
friends is
don't-
elsewhere.
I got the friends that I have that I consider friends are dudes that are gay. They call and check on me and make sure I'm good. I don't have to call them every day. They call me, we have our conversation, and we keep it moving.
That sounds like control. Anyway,
What? Wait a minute.
hey,
Exactly.
let me finish what I was
How's
saying.
that control?
Nothing. It's just you in your own ways. But let me finish what I was
Oh
saying.
my god.
Nothing but love. I'm just talking shit. I just want to finish my statement real quick. Thank you.
You gotta you gotta elaborate.
Excuse me. Let me make sure I show the power. All right. Shout out to Power 108.9. But yes, I would like to finish my statement
Finish your
real
statement,
quickly.
Josh.
Basically, I was just trying to say to my good people and good listeners out there, we're going to spread love. I love you all. I try my best to check on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. I still got work to do and I'm getting better. We have to be a lot more careful of the people that we invest in, the people that we call our friends, the people that we decide to keep close to us. Now, that can also mean family members as well, because you can be closer to some family members than others. You know what I'm saying? But the people that you do decide to invest in, just make sure that they are the right ones and make sure that they are doing the same thing for you that you're doing for them. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be an equal thing. It can't be one-sided. You know what I mean? That's what a true healthy friendship / relationship is all about. Because if you get you a man, you would expect for him to pour and give you the same thing that you're giving him. That's all I'm
Absolutely.
saying. You know what I mean?
I
And
agree.
that's what kind of throws me off about the whole friendship thing is I do feel like a lot of these terms are used very loosely, especially because when something hits the fan and these same people will go behind your back, talk about you or whatever, like, you know, if you can't say something to the individual, then don't say it at all. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, all of those things I just think about because as a friend, I would be able to come to you, look you in your face and just say what I needed to say. You know what I mean? Out of respect. Even as an associate, maybe that's just me. I move different. I don't know. But I just like to address people in that manner because it's just a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different way. So at least I know where I stand with you. I know where I stand with Michael. I know where I stand with P. And it's all good. So even if we don't speak, I seen P downstairs. We ain't talked since the last show, but it's all good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that type of thing. But if some shit hit the fan, no disrespect, I'm not hitting P up. That's my partner, but it's just what it is. Just like she ain't gonna call my line if something else going on. Now, if she chooses to, the door is open. But I'm just saying from the standpoint, I want people to feel like when they come across me, they know
Mhm.
what they're getting. And it's not just a behind closed doors type of thing. The way I carry myself in private is the same way I'm gonna move in public. I just ain't no foolery like that. And there's a
Right.
lot of people who publicly will be one way, privately moving a different way.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
But
And
it's
that's the thing I
hard to
don't respect.
find good friends. I mean, for me, I'm new. I mean, I'm fairly new to Atlanta. I've been here now for 4 years.
Mhm.
And what I have found as it relates to just friendships, it's hard to make good friendships. Like majority of my friends here are male. You know what I'm saying? And a good portion of them, they are gay males, and we just vibe better for whatever reason. I'll meet girlfriends here, and we'll have seasons where things are good. We'll hang out. We may find something in common that we like to do, and we'll do it, and then things will fade. But then I have those good few male friends that I've had since I've been living here, that are like brothers to me, and they look out, and that's it. But it's hard. It's really hard to meet good girlfriends here, or friends.
I think
period.
for
That's
everybody
interesting,
though.
Yeah.
I think for everybody, I think we can honestly, in each one of our lives and everything else, I think we can honestly say it is hard to genuinely meet good people.
Mhm.
It's hard, you know what I'm saying? Because how people are moving these days is just different. So it's not something you struggling with. I think we can all say that everybody in this room, I would assume all of our listeners and viewers are also people that struggle with the same thing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Confiding in the wrong person, trusting the wrong person,
Absolutely.
thinking somebody got your back and then they don't. Like all
Right.
of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's good to do a self-assess first before you out here doing those things like that. Because these people, you have no idea, are robbing you
Mhm.
every day. They're stealing your joy. They're stealing your whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your happiness, all of that, because you're pouring into the wrong individuals.
Question: whose fault is it when you let people too far into your circle?
It's your fault
It's your
because
fault.
you have to set boundaries.
Now I'm guilty of that because I'm very open. Like when I first meet you, I'm a little kind of like laid back, but then I can't, after a while I'm out there, and I'm very trusting, and I have been burned. Because me, it's hard. Some people, they do a good job of just holding back and not sharing certain aspects of themselves. Me, I just got to be me. So whatever it is in that moment, I'm just, I'm transparent. I'm just transparent by
So,
nature.
Can I say
So
something? real-
I have been burned.
So can I say something real quick? Because
No, it's on P. P was.
oh my
up
bad,
next.
my bad, P. I
Okay.
apologize. Go ahead, do
Yeah.
your thing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a boundaries thing. Like even when like I'm actually very sociable, like I'm actually very easy to meet people, easy to network with people. But the thing that I'm grateful for is just kind of an innate thing with me is I have really good intuition.
Mhm.
So even if somebody thinks they're holding back something from themselves from me, you're not really. And then I'll just move accordingly and I'll go ghost without you even noticing. But it's
Mhm.
like, even for me here, the only people that I actually kick it with and hang out with are people who I may have dated and
Mhm.
we've built a friendship through dating each other and now we're just close friends.
Mhm.
All of my genuine friends are people who I've known for years and we've gone through like hell and back together.
Right.
They're not actually in state with me right now. So I
Mhm.
kind of stay to myself. But
Right.
meeting genuine
me.
people,
It's
it is
hard.
definitely hard.
Yeah, I got now. I didn't give my girlfriend Tasha because she in Mebane, North Carolina. I do talk to her maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I do talk to her,
Or I'll
And
meet
she would
genuine
kill me
people.
if I didn't say that.
Right.
I forgot. Sorry.
Or sometimes I'll meet people who are like, I can tell your energy, you're genuinely a good person, but we just never find the time to like click and actually build on to make a friendship out of it.
Yeah, I have no problems meeting people, but genuine people, yes. So
No, I was just looking at some of the comments because you attract what you give out, change your energy.
Mhm.
Your friends will show you who they are and who
Mhm.
they're not. Pay attention.
Always.
Geez, my vetting process is serious. Energy is everything. I mean, they talking. My
Now-
mama on here acting up. Hey, mama, I love you. How you doing?
the thing about it is
Give me a
that
hug.
for me,
Come here, bring it in. Come here.
I have learned, like, you know how some people, they just give you, they
Don't
start.
interrupt my hug with
I'm
my
sorry.
mama.
Hey, Mama Lisa.
There you go.
You know how people give you a 0? I mean, and then you work your way up. Me, I usually give people a 10 and work my way down, and that's my fault.
Not necessarily. Let me run something with you, because I am the same way. I try to give people, like, you know, the clean slate, all of that, right?
Mhm.
Until you prove me otherwise, because I don't want to judge. I don't want to, but I do it with boundaries.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to let a person be them and do their thing and be open with them and all of that, right? But I still do it understanding where I am
Mhm.
and understanding, you know, where I am with that person or with that relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I think you can still do that. Just do it in a healthy way.
Right. Absolutely. I'm
Hey,
learning.
Chanel, that's funny you say that, because that's the same way I tip.
Oh.
I start off with a certain number,
Uh-huh.
and then you lose it.
Go down.
definitely
as
Right.
the
can't
service
lose that
is.
I'm
much.
just saying,
Right.
yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense. Yeah,
Law of attraction is real.
big facts.
You will attract people.
When we come back, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Friend of a Friend, Relationship Status Live on Power 108.9.
0.9.
I'm the type of person, like, I don't know. My life is pretty much like an book. It really is. If there was anything that I wanted to hide about myself, I put it in the book, and it's coming out. So I have nothing.
You should have left the mic
on
on.
Period. If there was anything that I didn't want someone to know about me, it's coming out in Girl Power Uncensored. Period. So when I
dropped the advertisement,
huh?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you should have left that on just so you like, oh, humble brag real quick. Let me let y'all know this coming out.
Yeah, I mean, that's
What you doing
it.
when you come back? Show
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's our show.
Huh?
I think it's better to be transparent and real and know that you are being genuine.
But you know what? You get hurt like that, and I have learned that.
Boundaries. That's why they got to be healthy.
Yeah, you gotta
It's
have
okay.
boundaries, but still be willing
What
to
do
be
you mean by
open.
being hurt?
Because me personally, right, without depending on the situation and circumstances, I don't mind being open about my life, because for one, I feel like God has used me to help others.
Right.
So that's why I can be as open and as vulnerable.
Yes.
But on the other end, it's not like I'm gonna share some of the deepest, most darkest secrets with
Right.
this piece of paper when I don't know you like that.
That's
You see
right.
what I'm saying?
You're
So
right.
you can do it in a way and be open with that in your relation. I know where I can go from here. You know what I'm saying? When a person shows you.
I'm about to say, and it's about standing in your truth and owning it.
Big facts. Because
somebody, that's what I'm saying. Like, I will only share with you what was not gonna burn me. Like, you can't burn me with that information because I'm solid with it.
Mhm. What's up, bro? Yeah.
Huh? Wait, what am I doing? What are my last words? Jesus.
Nah, I'm probably, I'll tell you in a minute, because we wrapping up now to walk out now. Where you at though?
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's the part that I missed?
Got you. All right, I got. Nah, let me hit, them folks up. Can you pay me that phone? I think it's done. All right, bro. Yeah, it's done. We went past our hour.
Oh Lord Jesus.
God, the case is on
I'm trying to tell you, you gotta stay with that condom on.
What?
The case,
This is
the
all-
protective
my
case,
last
the
words.
protective
Right
case,
here.
the protective case.
Damn.
I sit alone in my four-cornered room staring at candles. Well, that shit is on. Let me drop
All right, guys. We back on Relationship Status on Power 108.9. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up with the Friend of a Friend. P.
All right. I think that
Last words.
in general, we all know that it's definitely trifling, but I am still an advocate for love and happiness. So if you do get to a point in your life where you have moved on and you are definitely content with yourself, own your happiness and also be an advocate for other people's happiness. Y'all can take that how you want to and leave it at that.
I'm definitely with that. And just to follow up on that, for me, I love to all. I want to see everybody out here happy, prospering, and everything else. But I'm not going to move off of my boundaries, my morals, and my principles, and the way I was raised. That's just it, point blank. Period. No disrespect, no shade to anybody else, but JP ain't on no sucker shit.
Well, there it is, and I'm kind of with Josh. It's a no for me. No dating your best friend ex. I'm not gonna date anybody's best friend
Or close to
or close to it. No
bullshit with that.
acquaintances.
None of that.
I don't even want to know. Like, I don't even want to be in the company of somebody who I've had that level of relationship with, and now with someone new. It's just awkward. It's just uncomfortable. So, with that being said, don't forget to follow us on Relationship Status Live. You can follow your girl on Chanel Nicole Scott.
Josh 21 Powell.
Chronicles of Paris.A.
And the show was brought to you by Palmore, Bonig, and Associates, guys. So we'll be back with you guys not next Thursday, but the next Thursday, June 27th, 9 p.m. right here on Power 108.9, guys.
Chill.
Night.
Hey, No, we didn't even look at the notes.
Oh yeah, I was like, I was flipping through, but I'm like,
But we got the guy that's interviewing with
We gotta get a guest.
no, but this Palmore Bonig, he's gonna come in and we're gonna talk to him for the top of the show.
what he
for
want
like
to talk
5
about?
minutes.
Do he know what he want to talk
No,
about?
he's gonna talk about his business. And
Okay.
we're gonna
Engage him
and
on the
ask
business.
questions and just, No, I told him he could say the whole time, but as
You know
far
what
as
would be cute if we asked him, like, do you ever have